What's going on, traders? This is Jack with the Trading Tribe, and welcome back to another trade recap. I'm actually mid-trade right now, so hopefully this tip and trick that kind of comes with my trade is really useful, and we can kind of talk through really how I scale into trades. I think this is a really important concept, and it's a perfect example today, because on this first trade, I'm scaling into it and trading it with 2 contracts. So kind of wanted to show how I actually go about doing that and kind of the safest way to do that in the futures market. If you wouldn't mind, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel, especially if this brings value. I have a lot of other content coming like this throughout the next couple months here, so feel free to leave a comment down below too if you want to see specific content or more content like this as well. We'll kind of start with just like a trade breakdown. So this morning I am trading natural gas, which is a futures contract that I typically day trade day to day. And for gas here, we're actually starting off with kind of a mini uptrend starting, if you will, or that's my kind of trade idea, right? We can see that overnight we actually were downtrending for a little while and we stabilized right around midnight, and it is Monday the 2nd of October. And really ever since around midnight central, right, we can see that we've had some pretty big momentum off of those lows. So that's really where we saw direction kind of change. We can see we got above all of our indicators and we kind of put in this high. Then we did do a new swing low, and this was a higher low. So that kind of shows us almost a reversal, if you will. And then now, right, we can see that we're kind of grinding higher. So we just put in a higher high, pulled back again, and then we pulled back right to that prior high. So this is what we call a breakout retest or a trend trade, kind of a perfect higher low here. And I kind of wanted to show how I actually took the trade and kind of what my idea is here. So when gas did pull back here, right, I bought in with 1 contract. If I actually show my trades, I'll kind of show where I got in and out. So we can look here. And so as gas pulled back, right, I got in with a contract. I like to wait for confirmation. So you'll notice I didn't buy on this red candle or this red pullback. I actually bought as it started to work. So that's kind of a pro tip right there, right? You don't really want to try to catch a falling knife. You want to actually buy when your idea is starting to confirm, or that's the safest place to enter a trade. So you'll notice my first entry was at 933, so which was a red candle, but really after kind of a curl had already begun. And then in this case, right, I didn't add to the trade until it actually got above our exponential moving average indicator. And there's a couple reasons here. So obviously when you add in the futures market, you're doubling your risk. So I only do this on kind of the best setups that I see every day, because everything that doubles, right, it doubles your wins, but it also doubles your losses. So you want to be careful adding, and that's why specifically, right, I waited to add until the actual trade started to work. And we're only up a little bit in profit now because the trade's just now starting to kind of kick off. But one really nice part about adding there, and I'll take off my trades here, is we also have a defined risk now. So for both of those contracts, really, we can put that risk under that swing low. Because if you think about it, right, as a trend trade, right, this trade right here should go and at least test those highs. Ideally, it'll make higher highs, right? So the definition of a trend, right, is kind of higher highs and higher lows. So if you think about it, right, we got in right here on a dip, and ideally, right, we add as it's going up in our favor, and then we get out, right, really anywhere we want into that pop, but ideally we kind of scale out into those higher highs. So super, super important to kind of see how I'll add to my trades, but also kind of how I approach my stop loss for both of these contracts. Everybody out there does this a little bit differently. I've seen some people have different stop losses for both contracts, but for me, I'll really judge it all based on the chart. So I will only add once my trade's working, and then I'll use the actual structure on the chart to put in that stop loss. So hopefully this helps, right? This is a really big game changer for you in your trading. This will allow you to double those gains, really moving from one contract to two, but you want to do it in the safest way possible just because it can make your losses a little bit bigger, especially if you're taking, two contracts in this example on trades that really don't deserve that risk. If this did provide value, feel free to leave a like and subscribe down below to the channel. And thanks again for tuning in, everybody.